everyone. My name is Siva Khatri. I'm studying computer science at Northern Kentucky University. I'm also taking data science and mathematics as my minor. I've been a teaching assistant in Python, and right now I'm working as a research assistant in the field of the AI with Dr. Rasif Khan. And also, I recently passed out from the Codepath course, Web 103 course, with a perfect score taught by the Fred. So I'm really looking forward and excited to be a tech fellow at Codepath and be part of the Codepath family. So let's get started. So to answer the prompt one, I will say our world is a very dynamic place, and it's there are new things to learn every day. Although I've been programming for 8 long years, there are still new things that I learn every day. So it is fairly normal to not know things. So if someone doesn't know and asks me the questions, and then first I'll try to explain them the instruction or the problem properly, because most of the times we'll just be not understanding the instruction properly. So I'll do that first. I'll make them understand the instruction and try to see if they will be able to solve the problem themselves. Even that, if that doesn't help, then I'll give them hints and try to help them by myself. But if I don't know the problem or the instruction, I don't know the problem myself, then I'll go and look it in the instructor slide. I'll ask with my other tech fellows. So if that doesn't solve the problem, then I'll reach out to my instructor myself and get the understanding of the problem, so that I understand it first, and then I'll go to the student and explain the problem to them. So like this way, I'll solve the problem. That will answer my prompt one, and let's go to the prompt two. So to answer the prompt two, I'll say I've been a student myself, and I was once there at the pod. So I know what goes inside the mind of the student when they are in a pod. Uh, Everyone will be hoping that the other team member will speak out first, so that they don't have to speak first. So I'll go there and I'll break the ice first. So if I go there and see everyone is turning their camera off, then I'll kindly request everyone to turn their camera on, and I'll inform them that I'll ask them certain questions, um, mainly the basic questions, and I'll request everyone to listen to the each of the fellow members carefully, because after that I'll uh, ask them what they remember about each of the other team members. By doing that, they will carefully listen to the other team members, and they will know about each other. So after doing that, I'll initiate the conversation between the team members, and so that they will be able to solve the problems themselves when I'm not around, and it will help them to solve the problem and grow in the Codepath course, and it will also help the Codepath overall. So that will explain my answer for the prompt 2. And let's talk about the prompt 3, technical prompt. So it's about the difference between different type of the HTTP request. So before talking about the different type of the HTTP request, I'd like to talk about the client server architecture, because by understanding the client server architecture, we'll be able to understand how things work in the internet, how applications communicate with each other and work. So each application will have the client side application and the server side application. So those two application, client application and the server application, can be hosted on the same location, or it can be hosted on completely two different locations. So it really doesn't matter, but what matter is the communication between them and how the communication take place. So the communication between the client application and the server application will be helped by the APIs. So what is API? So API, it stands for application programming interface. So it is the set of the instruction or rules that is responsible for communication between two different applications on the internet. To understand it in the simpler language, let's imagine API as the server or the waiter and in the restaurant. So what a server does in the restaurant is take the order from the customer and get that order to the kitchen and bring back the food for that order, right? So API does exactly same. So it will receive the instruction from the client application and it will forward that instruction to the server application following the HTTP methods, and it will get the work done. So now let's move forward to the four different common HTTP methods. So they are get, post, put, and delete. So let's talk about the get method. So the primary purpose of the get method is to get the required data from the server-side application. So a real life example will be whenever you open any website, you'll see all those web pages and the data on the screen, right? So what happens is your browser will send the get request to the server-side application and will retrieve the HTML files, data, and all those and all the other things that is required to display the web pages on the screen. So in get method, it will send out the request as the parameters in the URL and will receive back the response. Will receive back the data as the response. And now let's talk about the post method. So in post method, the primary purpose of it will be to send the data to the server side application, or let's say to the database. In the post method, the real life example will be, let's say you are using Instagram, right? So you see all those photos, videos of your friends, and now you want to upload your own photo or video on the app. So you upload your picture, and what upload your picture, then what happens is your browser will send that data, will send that request, will send the post request to the server side application, and thus your photos or videos will get uploaded. And and what it sends is the data as the request body, and will receive back the 200 response code if the if it is successful in uploading the data on the server. So now let's talk about the put method. So the put method is similar to the post method. The primary purpose of the put method is to upload the updated or edited data on the server side, or it will create the new data if that data isn't present there. So the real life example will be, let's say you uploaded a tweet or a status, right? And there is some typos or error, so now you want to edit it. So now you edit that tweet or status, and now you again submit that. So what happens is your browser will send the put request and will update that old data with the new edited data. So put method will help you to do that. So it will send the edited data as the request body and will receive the 200 response code if everything goes all right. So the other last remaining method is the delete method. So the primary purpose of the delete method is simply to delete the data, to delete the specific data from the database or server side application. So a real life example will be you uploaded some photos, videos, and now you don't like it. So what do? So you just delete it, right? So when you delete any data, or your browser will send that request, will send the delete request to the server side application, and it will thus delete the specific data from the database. So what happens, it will send the instruction as the URL, as the parameters in the URL, and along with the ID of that specific data, and it will receive back the 200 response code in response. So in to summarize all these things, I'll say the post will help you to upload the data, put will help you to update the existing data, and the gate will help to retrieve all those HTML file documents and all those data to display it on the screen, and delete will help you to delete that specific data from the database. So thanks, I'd like to conclude it.